Hey, today we're making a hardstyle kick. First you create the ADSR. You set attack speed as fast as possible, and you set the release in such a way that the kick falls in just one beat. Then you set the modulation, you take LFO1 and with that you control FX1. Set the parameter to about 55%. Then you change the wave shape so that it takes on an interesting shape. Now you use the EQ to give the kick some color. You use the higher frequencies to hear more of the attack. And you use the lower frequencies to add more body to the kick. It's always a good idea to use a limiter at the end of your effects chain. Now I'm going to set FX1. You can set the low pass and high pass filters to your taste. To get movement in the tail of the kick, we set LFO1, we will move this by 270 degrees, so that we have a nice movement. Then we choose 1/4 B, then it will be fine with the bass. Now you use the EQ to give the kick some color. And you use the lower frequencies to add more body to the kick. It's also a good idea to lower some frequencies, such as in the mid-range, as it sometimes makes the sound duller. To save you time and suffering, I have speeded up the EQ setting. This is the result. Now it's time for external effects. I use Serum FX, because you can easily get even more movement in the kick here. I use Serum's internal distortion, EQ and compressor. For the distortion I use the X shaper, I adjust it to taste. Later I will mix of the distortion with the original sound. I will automate this with FLO1, so that the effect does not start immediately when the kick starts. This is very important for the vibe of the kick. Now I'm going to let you hear and see the effect of these settings. Now I'm going to set the EQ of Serum. The intention is to create even more movement in the lower part of the sound spectrum. I will also control this by LFO1. Now I'm going to let you hear and see the effect of these settings. Finally, I turn on the compressor. Now it's time to add some more distortion, this time in the mid-range. I use the Homicide plugin for this. Now I'm going to let you hear and see the effect of these settings. I'm going to automate the mix button, so that the effect does not start immediately when the kick starts. This is very important for the vibe of the kick. Now it's time to add a talk to complete the hardstyle kick.